So hi guys, today I'm gonna do a schoolboy Q drawing, a portrait. I'm just gonna show you like how I do it, and I'm gonna walk you through it. So I just looked in Google. So at first I wanted to draw this one. I really like this one, but I think many people will draw it, and I think it's to be popular. So I found this one to be a little bit different than what I usually draw. So because of the light, the light hitting the face on the side, and the shadow and the eyes, and it's like it's a little bit different. So it's a more difficult drawing, but it's okay. So what I did first is just to trace the image on the paper. I just traced it now because I don't want to spend too much time on drawing it. Maybe in another video I will show you like from the start. This is just not to spend too much time on the drawing itself and focus on the colors. So I'm gonna start with a little bit darker, not the dark gray, but it's a light gray. I'm not gonna press too hard, because you can always go back and fix it after. It's always scary at first when you start. You're like, oh no, is it the right color? Is it okay? But after you can fix it. This is a tattoo here. I'm just gonna mark it a little bit darker to be sure that I don't forget it. So now I'm not pressing hard, just covering here. So now I did all the parts that are in shadow the same color, and it's just a light color. I didn't press hard on it. So all here, everywhere here. So now I'm gonna mix with another one, and I'm gonna use a lighter one here, and this one I'm gonna press hard to mix it. And as I'm going right now, I see that it's not the right shade of color, but it's okay. I can fix it after. For the nose, there's a light spot here. I'll put some white here. I'm being careful to leave the white area here. And here I see that it's really darker, so I'm not gonna continue here. Under the eyes, I see it's much darker. You really have to go like step by step. It's like you apply a color, you mix it, you see if it works, and it's like, oh no, it needs to have more brown, or more, it needs to be more darker, or it needs to be this much, this. But always have to go back and fix it and change it. Even if it's not the right color, don't worry. You do it first and then you'll fix it after. So I did all of this with this color. I pressed hard here to mix it, but I see that it's too yellow, so I'm not gonna fix that now. I'm just gonna do the darker area here. I'm not gonna go too much right now, because it's always scary if you go too dark. If you go lighter, it's not a big problem. So now I'm not pressing hard. So now I did the dark areas with the dark brown. So now I'm gonna add the gray, and this time I'm gonna press hard. So now I'm gonna do the eyes, going with the black here. And by the way, the eyes themselves are not white. They're most of the time they're gray. You can look at the picture, but most of the time they really are gray. Sometimes they're really dark gray because of the shadow, especially this one. So now I see really how dark it needs to be. When I add the black, I know how dark. Can add some black in the eyes to make them even darker. Now I'm not gonna go in detail right now. I'm just doing the first draft. Go dark on below and a little bit lighter on the top. Gray on the eyes. But now I'm gonna go here to fix this. So I see that it needs more of a brown, like this, lighter brown. So I'm gonna go lightly first to see what I get. Not pressing too hard. And I'm gonna add some darker places to be sure I don't forget them. Like here. Here I already did inside the nose here. This here is darker. All the dark places are here. I see here it's a little bit closer to what I want, but I'm gonna mix it with some gray to see. When you're not sure, you can add some gray and sometimes it solves the problem. But I'm pressing a little harder on this one. The cheek and the neck, they're not the same on the picture. It's a lighter color here and a darker color here, which makes sense. So I'm gonna use that brown here. It's not a dark brown, but it's medium. I'm just trying to see. You always have to start something. You start, like here, you see a dark place, you start it, but you don't finish it yet. You just put some color here to know, like, okay, this is gonna be darker here. So now I'm gonna put some black, but I'm not gonna press too hard. I'm gonna do a light press on it to see where I can go. I'm checking always the picture to see I'm okay. Black is really the color that's really gonna define your drawing. It's really gonna define where's the darkest place. Everything is easily compared with black and white. I'm gonna put some brown on top. I'll press lightly first to see, and I don't know if I'm gonna press hard on this. Me, I don't like to work in small spots. I don't like to finish one spot and then move to the next. Me, I'm doing everything at the same time, and I'm doing little by little. You know, I fix here, I fix there. I'm always working everywhere, you know. So I know here there's a darker area, so I'm doing it here. And it goes all the way here. So here I'm gonna press hard because I'm not gonna press too hard. In fact, I'm gonna press hard but not too hard. It's like you have to have like a control of the pressure. But no, I'm gonna press hard because I see it's really black. Because this is a shadow here, but here it starts to be a beard, so I'm not gonna press too much. Now I did the black everywhere, so I'm gonna put the dark gray to mix it. So now I'm pressing hard on the dark gray. This is just not to get a perfect black, just to get a really dark gray. I'm not getting a total black, but I'm getting like a really dark gray. Now I'm adding a dark gray here. The shadow area, I'm gonna add the dark gray. I'm adding some details in black, like the eyelids and the eyebrows here. I know that here it's even darker, so I'm gonna add more black here because I see it's really dark here. When you see on the picture that it's really dark, you don't have to be shy to put really dark colors. Mixing with some dark gray here. I see under the eyes it's a little bit lighter, so I'm adding a little bit of a light brown under the eyes. This is where you get the details. I mean, it's not done yet, but I mean, can already start to see a bit more eyelash here. I'm really gonna, it's really gonna be a light press. I'm gonna mix it a little bit with this color, just a little bit, really light. So now I'm just adding white. I'm pressing hard with the white here to mix it. Darker brown at the beginning, and then I go a little lighter at the end. See that there's a lighter color at the end of the lip here. I'm gonna accentuate this. So I'm gonna start the lip right now. So I have some white here, and I press hard right now to really define the light part, so it won't get really dark here. So I know here it's light. So yeah, so I put the color really light and I put some gray on it for the lower lip. So I go ahead really light. This is really to create like a purple gray almost. And I go over it, I press hard. I'm careful about the light areas. I don't need a line here, so I'm just gonna erase here some dark gray. Really light. Start to put the lines here. as you see it in the picture. Dark brown. You can mix it with some dark gray. But I don't want to make it too dark yet. So I'm gonna first try with a lighter gray. Now I'm pressing hard. Okay, so what I did is I put more details in the shadows with black. So I put more black, darker areas and defined more here. And the mouth also, added more details on the mouth. I just did the same as before. It was the same as before. I just added some black in the middle with the two lips, and then I added some stripes, some lines from both sides like this, and define more here. And it's all about, like, you put more details over time. Here like this. Add some black. Just adding dark gray here to put it darker, because of that's what I see on the picture. It's really dark here, because this is a lighter area here. And add some dots also. So here I'm just gonna add a little bit of lighter color inside of the beard. So I added more details in the ear, the beard. I added more hair. I put some white dots here because of the light hits here, and it create some light. So I used some liquid paper, some whiteout kind of thing. It's liquid. It's like a paint, almost like paint. Just put some dots here. I put back the tattoo here, and the other tattoo here. I don't know if you can see a bit. And I'm pretty satisfied right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the tattoos on the neck. So I'm gonna do the hat. But I see on the picture that there are some lines on the fabric. So I'm gonna duplicate this with some white first. Very thin white lines, as I see on the picture. Don't press hard on this. Oh, I add the dark gray. Now I'm gonna blend it with a lighter gray, just to blend it to see. This is almost as black as here. So it's hard to see that there's some blue, but I'll add a little bit more. So on the top here it's a dark green, but it's a little bit a lighter green. I'm gonna add the dark gray. I don't press hard, and I mix it with the gray. The yellow goes all across here. So now I put the colors, green, yellow, orange, pink. I'm gonna mix them with white. The shadow here. I'm not pressing hard yet. So I'm gonna do the chain now. I'm just gonna apply some yellow and I press hard. Here on the neck there's some light that hits here, and there's some texture of the fabric. So I'm gonna replicate this with some gray, light gray. Now I press hard. Now I use the black and I do the lines here on the texture. It's really close lines. Now I start the texture here. I don't know yet how I'm gonna do it, but I'm just doing lines like this. So I just continue to add some more gray. So here it is. So I think I'm done, You can always add some more, and it can never be finished, but sometimes you have to say, okay, it's enough. And now that I look at it, I'm probably gonna do a little bit more on the ear, and that's it. So what I do after is that I get this product and I spray it on the paper, and this is gonna create like a varnish surface on it, and the colors are gonna pop up more, and it's gonna protect the drawing for the long time, for the long run. The crayons over time they might fade. This is a workable one. That means that you can work on it after, but it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna work on it after, but you have the workable one, and you have another kind that is, you never touch it after. So yeah, so now the product is dry on it. So that's what it looks like at the end. And maybe we can see a little bit the reflection. Here we can see it reflects the light a little bit. You can see the texture on it. So it's like a varnish. So this is what it looks like. So thanks for watching, and subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye bye.